Welcome back. Pharmacy deserts are an emerging problem in many communities of color in Boston and beyond. Drugstores are scarce in Roxbury, Dorchester, and Hyde Park. Our Sean Chayabat with the effort to keep Walgreens open and accessible in Roxbury.
Hell no, Walgreens! Hell no!
Holding signs in protest, the Communities of Color for Health Equity is demanding this Roxbury Walgreens remain open. Many seniors and those without transportation now concerned how they'll get their prescriptions.
For Tim Winworth and Walgreens, this is all about business, but for us, it's a matter of life or death.
A few months ago, Reverend Minyard Culpepper learned he has a blood clot on his brain, and like many, he uses this Walgreens for his prescriptions. It's just the latest Walgreens to shut its doors in recent years, several in black and brown communities.
The history of this building is that my godfather, Donald Sneed, used to have a bank here. It was the first blank bank in New England.
So this group of organizers hand-delivered this letter to the Walgreens area corporate office in Marlboro, demanding Walgreens delay the closure.
Open, let's work out a plan. Let's work out a realignment that's a win-win for everyone.
In the past, Walgreens has said it's closing 200 stores nationwide this year, citing changing buying habits. It's offering customers use another store a mile away or mail-order prescriptions. But for some, it's an uphill battle to keep this store open.
We tend to get this kind of information when it's almost too late.
Thanks, Sean. Now, joining us today is Reverend Minyard Culpepper. He's the senior pastor of Pleasant Hill Missionary Baptist Church. We saw him in the news story that Sean did for us. Why is the closing of this store so impactful and significant?
Thank you, Karen, and good to see you again. One of the reasons why, and we consider this and call this a hub Walgreens, because the Walgreens that was closed in Mattapan, those customers came to the Quincy and Warren Wall Street. When they closed the Geneva Avenue Walgreens, those customers came to the Quincy and Warren Street Avenue. When they closed Dudley Station, those customers from the Dudley Station Walgreens, Nubian Square Walgreens, came to the Walgreens at Quincy and Warren Street. And so we consider it a hub because all the Walgreens that were closing around it, those customers started coming to this Walgreens.
So this is the last stop.
Well, it's critical.
Yes.
It might not be the last stop, but the impact, right across the street is a Martin Luther King senior home, 300 seniors in that building. They walk right across the street to get their medication. In fact, they've developed such a relationship with those residents, those seniors in that building. Many of the staff walk over the medication to the seniors, the ones who we call sick and shut in the
So
Baptist
this is really
Church.
an essential service
Absolutely.
that is needed in that area. So the original closing date was MLK Day, January 15th, but the chain pushed the closing date to the end of the month. So what now? This is just a few days away.
Well, you know, we're still pressing Walgreens. We met with them this week. We asked them to keep the Walgreens open from between 3 to 6 months to work on this transition. We asked them to pay for some of the services, transportation, DoorDash, and we're talking to DoorDash about bringing some of the seniors from their development, their apartments to another Walgreens or CVS. And so we're pressing Walgreens. We're talking to Whittier Street, Frederica Williams. They have the pharmacy at Whittier Street. We're asking them to expand that. We're talking with the mayor's office, Sagun. And so we're not stopping. We expect to talk to Walgreens. And we're also thinking about legal action. And let me tell you why. When you look at these Walgreens, Village Medical at Walgreens in Lowell, that's what they're now doing. Village Medical Walgreens in Malden, Village Medical at Walgreens in Marlboro and Medway and Methuen and
you
Norfolk.
bring up a very good point because this past week at the protest, Senator Markey made a very interesting comment. Senator Markey, along with other elected officials, held a press conference earlier this month, and Senator Markey said the decision to close the pharmacy was heartless. Let's listen to what he said.
Great.
They're also making that decision when closing stores
in black and brown neighborhoods in Boston and in Chicago and in Oakland and in Milwaukee. They're doing the same thing all across our country, closing down the Walgreens in black and brown communities systematically as part of their business plan.
So Senator Markey kind of laid it out there.
And he also talked off the record about the Walgreens, the Village Medical at Walgreens in Malden, in his hometown. And so when we look at the disparity, the impact, and you know, I'm changing from my reverend hat to my attorney hat.
Okay.
The discriminatory impact that it has, closing down the Walgreens in the black and brown communities, but then you're building and expanding the Walgreens in these all-white communities all around the state. And so we're talking with the Attorney General's office about a civil rights action. We're looking closely at this. We've asked them to extend this. I'll know tomorrow whether they're going to extend it for another 30 days or 60 days. But I do know that we're looking close at the possibility of going into court to get a temporary restraining order based on what we see here.
So you just had your legal hat on. Let me ask you to put your business hat on. Corporations like Walgreens answer to shareholders, and they need to be profitable. Is it fair to ask them to stay in the community if they aren't meeting their financial goals?
Well, and that's interesting too, because when you look at this shift, this realignment, Walgreens has a national this is their national realignment that we didn't understand when we looked at their realignment, what the realignment really is. The realignment is closing the Walgreens in black and brown communities and opening up these major Village Medical at Walgreens where they can go to these Walgreens and see a doctor or a nurse. They have them right there at the Walgreens in these different areas. And so when you look at the business impact, we have been dependent on Walgreens for many years in our community. And we haven't seen anything that said that they were underperforming.
Okay.
So when you look at the Village Medical in the different parts of...
It's a business plan on their part. Yeah.
That's right. We say bring a Village Medical at Walgreens into the community.
neighborhood. All right, we have to share this statement. Walgreens shared this with us. It says, we appreciate the concerns from Senators Markey and Warren and other elected officials and community members regarding the closing of our store in Roxbury. We are committed to our patients in Roxbury and across Boston. Thank you, Reverend Minyard Culpepper, for joining us and being here today.
No, Karen, thank you for having me.
All right,
it's always a pleasure to see you. Fight the good fight.
Fight the good fight. Up next, how digital equity can change health, academic, and economic outcomes. That's when Cityline continues.